Hello, my apprentices of the Force. I welcome you back to another Star Wars Holocron. Today we will unveil the mysteries of Darth Revan and his Holocron. Revan renowned as the revanchist, honored as the Revan, reviled as Revan the Butcher, dreaded as the Dark Lord of the Sith Darth Revan, and praised as the prodigal knight, was a human male who played pivotal roles as both Jedi and Sith in the Mandalorian Wars and the Jedi Civil War. Darth Malak stated this about Revan: "Savior, conqueror, hero, villain. You are all things, Revan, and yet you are nothing. In the end, you belong to neither the light nor the darkness. You will forever stand alone." In 3959 BBY, the former Jedi Knight Revan declared himself the new Dark Lord of the Sith, with his friend and fellow former Jedi Knight Malak becoming Revan's Sith apprentice. The two Sith Lords, who both had taken the Darth title, returned from the unknown regions at the head of a new Sith empire and declared war on the Jedi Council and the Galactic Republic, initiating the Jedi Civil War. During Darth Revan's reign as the Dark Lord, he constructed a holocron and recorded his views on Sith philosophy and the dark side. Darth Revan hid the holocron behind a stone in a wall, located behind a Rakatan computer in the Temple of the Ancients on Rakata Prime, a world he and Malak discovered during their search for the ancient Rakatan space station called the Starforge. 2 years into the war, Revan was captured by the Jedi Order, and after being retrained in the Jedi ways, redeemed himself by vanquishing Malak and ending the war. After the war's final battle, Jedi and Republic forces went through the temple and removed all of the Sith artifacts except for Darth Revan's holocron, which remained hidden in the temple's lower levels. Darth Revan's holocron contained the Sith Lords' teachings and beliefs on both Sith philosophy and the dark side of the Force. The holocron also explained the purpose and nature of ancient Sith rituals, some of which were considered dangerous for even a Sith master to attempt. One of the rituals taught by Darth Revan's holocron was the thought bomb. The ancient Sith used the Force to create a power sphere, and when the thought bomb was detonated, the bodies of Force-sensitive individuals were destroyed, with their spirits trapped inside at the detonation's focal point. In addition, the holocron detailed the teachings of the individual Zelashil, the blasphemer, which related to the use of the power drain life. The holocron also instructed a student how to counter and nullify poisons with the Force. Darth Revan's instructions in the holocron taught that an individual who used the dark side was also obligated to serve it, and that understanding this principle meant that the person comprehended the inherent philosophy of the Sith. The holocron stated that the dark side offered a person power for its own sake, and encouraged the learner to covet power and seek the dark side's strength with no reservations. It further taught that the Force would transform the user, and recommended that the user embrace the change that came with accepting the dark side's power, arguing that the Jedi were limited in their accomplishments due to the fact that they focused on controlling the Force's transformation of the individual. Darth Revan's teachings maintained that true power came only to people who fully accepted the Force's transformation of them, claiming that traits such as loyalty, mercy, and compassion prevented an individual from claiming what was theirs. True power can come only to those who embrace the transformation. There can be no compromise. Mercy, compassion, loyalty, all these things will prevent you from claiming what is rightfully yours. Those who follow the dark side must cast aside these conceits. Those who do not, those who try to walk the path of moderation, will fail, dragged down by their own weakness. Those who accept the power of the dark side must also accept the challenge of holding on to it. By its very nature, the dark side invites rivalry and strife. This is the greatest strength of the Sith. It culls the weak from our order. Yet this rivalry can also be our greatest weakness. The strong must be careful lest they be overwhelmed by the ambitions of those working beneath them in concert. The holocron taught that an individual who accepted the dark side's power also had to accept the challenge in retaining their hold on that power. Darth Revan's avatar opined that a Sith master who trained more than one apprentice in the dark side was a fool, stating that multiple students would combine their efforts and overthrow the master. As such, the teachings advised a master to instruct only one apprentice at a time, lest the master become overwhelmed by the weaker students who allied to defeat the master. Darth Revan taught that the Sith should only have one Dark Lord of the Sith, who embodied the dark side's strength and power, and that when the Dark Lord grew weak, a challenger needed to seize the mantle from the reigning Dark Lord. The Holocron theorized that the weak were meant to serve under the rule of stronger individuals. After the Holocron's user went through all of its teachings, Darth Revan informed the learner that the lessons were finished and instructed the individual to take the instructions he had imparted to the student and use them well. Almost 3 millennia later, near the end of the new Sith Wars, the Sith Lord Darth Bane traveled to Rakata Prime, which had since been renamed Lihon, in search of teachings with which he could destroy the existing Sith regime, the Brotherhood of Darkness. Bane explored the lower levels of the Temple of the Ancients for any dark side artifacts, eventually coming to the room where the Holocron was hidden. While in the room, he sensed the power of the Holocron, which was still hidden behind the stone in the wall behind the computer. After using the Force to remove the stone, Bane retrieved the Holocron and activated it, revealing an avatar of Darth Revan. As Darth Revan's image instructed Bane, the Sith Lord copied the artifact's lessons on sheaves of flimsy so that he could study the teachings at a later time. Eventually, the Holocron's power crystal began to fail due to Bane's continued use of the device. After Darth Revan's image imparted the Holocron's final lessons to Bane, the device ceased to work. Bane used the Force to destroy the device, discarding the object as Darth Revan had taught him. Bane then purged the Brotherhood of Darkness and created his own Sith Order, using the teachings from Darth Revan's Holocron. But what do you think of Darth Revan and his Holocron? Was Darth Bane wise to use Revan's knowledge and destroy the remaining Sith Order to create the Rule of Two? As always, my apprentices, thank you for watching, and may the Force be with you. Have a great day.